So, this is the start. Well, first obvious question. May I have your permission to this interview?
Yes, you do.
Of course I know that. Alright, where were you on September 11th?
Oh, I remember that day very well. Your dad and I was still sleeping when he heard over the radio about the World Trade Centers getting hit by the planes. And so he woke me up and told me, and we went into the living room to watch TV to, get some more information. And it's just some strange feeling came over your dad's gut that he was somehow connected to this event. And come to find out several hours later from your grandma, his mom, that his real father and one of his half-brothers were killed in the World Trade Center. So the September 11th has a pretty big meaning for this family.
Okay, question 4. How did this affect you, and you specifically?
Me personally, well, like I just said, that your dad's biological father and brother were killed in the event. That hit your dad pretty hard, and whatever affected him would, of course, affect me. And so we spent the next few days talking back and forth with his dad's current wife and getting to know her and finding out about his 10 other brothers and sisters he never knew he had.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a few of my own questions to filibuster the time a little bit. We're gonna only be able to reach 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
That'll do. Okay, what time did you all hear about these events?
Well, at the time we were late sleepers, but pretty much right after it happened. After the news started reporting it on the radio and
what
the
channel
television.
did you watch when this happened?
What channel? Well, this has been over 20 some odd years ago. I don't think I remember the channel, but I know first we heard it on the radio, which I'm pretty sure was 99 kg.
Yeah.
And the channel was probably channel 3.
Okay. Which is NBC, I do believe.
Yes, NBC.
Yeah. Then,
of course, at that time, every channel had it on.
Yeah. Even the kids' channels?
I don't know about the kids' channels, but I know almost every other channel had it on.
Yeah. What questions do I want to ask? Were there any rebroadcasts of it throughout the day?
Oh yeah, for several days and even weeks, it was replaying and replaying and replaying. The first day, like I said, the whole day was spent with nothing but news.
God.
Yeah, even like I said, several days, weeks. It went on for a long time, the broadcast.
Yeah. What were the after effects?
It was, it just tore our country apart pretty much, but it also brought us closer together.
Yeah.
It did bring a war we're still fighting.
No, we're not.
Well, maybe we're not still
We
fighting.
withdrew.
But it was a long war.
Yeah, it was 20 years. 20 years of war, and it just ended recently.
Yeah, it was quite an ordeal. There was a lot of cleanup and, unfortunately, a lot of casualties.
And, okay. You want to hear the funny story? I'm going to include this just to filibuster the time. You want to know what the funny story is?
What's that?
Is that, in the World Trade Center, I don't remember which tower, but there was a big gold vault with a ton of gold bars in it. For at least 2 weeks, this bank that had that vault was digging through had hired a construction company to go dig up the rubble to go find their melted gold bars, and they had to cut it with saws. It took 2 weeks to cut all that saws, and it took 18 semis to haul all that gold.
Oh, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's also kind of sad that while other firefighters and, cops and stuff was trying to dig out people.
They were also digging out people from that rubble.
I know, but their main focus was obviously the gold.
But they also found quite a few people, It took 2 weeks to haul all that gold out, and it's a miracle nobody found it. It's like, oh, I'm rich.
Well, from the sounds of it, even if a normal individual would have found it, they wouldn't have been able to carry it or anything, so they would have had to cut it up first.
That was about $1 billion worth of gold.
Wow.
Well, thanks for the interview.
You're welcome.
Alright, and